As for the camel, the lion would never kill him because he has brought him up as his son. But we must go to the lion and try our best to persuade him to kill the camel for food. It will not only save his family from starvation but also enable us to get our share of food out of the camel's flesh. Having decided this, both of them went to the lion, but only fearfully. The lion was not in a good mood. The jackal tried to cheer him up in many ways, and finding a suitable opportunity, he said, "Your Majesty, we have roamed about for a long time looking for some innocent animal so that we may bring it here on some pretext. But unfortunately, we have failed to find any such animal, so I humbly suggest that you should kill the camel and save your family from starvation." Hearing the words of a jackal, the lion flew into a rage and thundered, "You wretched! Don't you know that I have brought the camel up so dearly? How can I kill him for my selfish hand?" The jackal and the wolf had no words to reply, so they slipped away from the lion's den meekly. Going over a small distance, the wolf said to the jackal, "What should we do now?" "We must persuade the camel to offer himself to the lion in return for the master's kindness," replied the jackal. So both the jackal and the wolf persuade the camel to become lion's meal to show his loyalty to him. The unsuspecting camel agreed, and acting on their advice, he went to the lion. He offered himself to become the lion's meal. The lion never wanted to kill him, but the camel insisted hard and offered many arguments. So forced by the circumstance, the lion killed the camel, though with a heavy heart. The shrewd jackal went to the lion and said, "Your Majesty, I have a humble request to make." "What is it?" "Come up with it at once," said the lion, as he was feeling very hungry. "Pardon me, my lord. You have done a sin in killing the camel whom you yourself had brought up as your son. I suggest that you should have a bathe in the stream, then pray to God to pardon you for this sin," argued the cunning jackal. The wolf supported what the jackal had said. He added, "Your Highness, you go to the stream and have a bath without a worry. We both are here to look after the dead camel. We won't let anybody come near it in your absence." So the lion went away, and his attendants stood guards over the dead camel's body. The jackal, very sure as he was, chalked out a plan to enjoy the camel's flesh by himself only. So he said to the wolf, "You look to be very hungry. Why don't you reap advantage of the lion's absence? Eat some flesh from one side. We too have our shares in it. Don't worry at all. Go ahead and satisfy your hunger before the lion returns. And listen, I shall handle the situation, even if the lion complains about the eaten flesh of the camel." So the wolf felt encouraged and advanced towards the dead camel. But hardly had he bitten off a morsel of the camel's flesh when the jackal shouted, "There comes the lion!" The wolf felt so afraid at this that he sat down, cuddled at some distance away from the dead camel. Before long, the lion reached there. Seeing the camel's flesh bitten off from one side, he thundered, "Who has eaten the flesh from the side of the camel?" The shrewd jackal looked at the wolf in such a way that he began to tremble in fear. Seeing this, the lion cast an angry look at the wolf and he took his heels to save his life. The jackal was very happy to see this. Half his plan had been successful. Now the lion got ready to appease his hunger. He was just going to eat the first bite when he heard the sound of tinkling bells. So he ordered the jackal, "Go and see where this sound is coming from." The jackal obeyed and moved over some distance. He saw a caravan of camels passing by. The camels had bells around their necks and they were tinkling. So the jackal returned to the lion and said in a trembling voice, "Run to safety, my lord, otherwise what?" asked the lion. "Your honor, Death God is coming to kill you. He has got offended at killing of the camel before the time fixed for his death. The death camel's mother is also with him. You had better run away, master," said the jackal in one single breath. The lion got so frightened to hear the words of the jackal that he turned tail and fled for his life, leaving the dead camel where it was lying. The jackal smelled. The jackal smiled at success of his plan. He had procured the entire flesh of the dead camel for himself. Through his clever plan, he enjoyed the flesh of the camel for a number of days. The jackal was happy that he had carried out his plan successfully without allowing his trick to be discovered by anyone. So, children, be aware of shrewd people like the jackal. Never follow them blindly, otherwise, you are sure to suffer just like the lion. The end.